So this is our Weber CEP 330 series barbecue. The difference between the CEP 330 and the 310 is the 330 has a side burner, which we'll talk more about later, and it also has a sear station, which is basically just the addition of an extra burner close to two other burners to create an intense hot spot in the barbecue. And we will discuss that further. Start with the CEP versions of the Weber Genesis barbecue. Stand out from other versions in that they have an enameled colored lid on top of a stainless body. So the entire body is not enameled, only the lids. The lids generally come in a few different colors, but we prefer ours black. And let's open this lid up. We'll start off with the shake test that we did with the other barbecues, and if we give this lid a shake, we can hear very little rattling going on. Again, mark of a better quality built barbecue, engineered a little bit better, doesn't rattle and shake apart when you touch it. We'll lift the lid up. The lid is quite heavy. For 2011, Weber has actually double lined their lid, not necessarily on an enamel lid because the enamel is warranted for 25 years, but what that inside lining will do is that it will keep more of the heat in the barbecue. Moving down, we'll see that the body of the barbecue, the actual bowl of the barbecue, and the side end caps on the lid are cast aluminum. These two carry a 25-year warranty from Weber, so not a barbecue that's going to burn or rust out on you anytime soon. These barbecues retail starting around the $1,000 mark. The 330 actually retails for about $11.50, I believe. I have to double check that. They're a little bit more because of the addition of the side burner and the sear station, but you can get a CEP 310 starting around $1,000. The cooking grates on the barbecue are 9mm solid stainless steel rods. These rods are thicker and heavier than what we saw in the Napoleon, and there's no cast iron cooking grates in this barbecue. So there's no enamel to chip or flake off. These rods are very, very heavy. It's going to take a long time for anything to happen to these rods. But having sold Webers now for about 8 years, we've yet to see a replacement on any of them. In owning one for 7 years, mine are still in excellent condition. Underneath the very thick solid stainless steel rods, we find our heat dispersion plates. These plates are sharp angled stainless steel V-bars. As you can see, they completely protect the burners underneath them. There's nowhere for food or juices to come in contact with the burners. There's no cuts or holes in the heat plates to allow drippings to get through. And they are fairly close so that when one is heated by the burner underneath it, the heat from this same stainless steel plate will transfer to this plate and vice versa from the other side. So you end up with a very even heated cooking surface, similar to the Broil King and the Napoleon, but with a bit better design because the steep angle allows all juices and foods that hit this to drain straight down to the bottom of the barbecue. There's no joints between these where food and juice can collect and cause flare-ups. And each one of them are removable for easy cleaning, and as you can see, they're very thick stainless steel. These are warranted, the stainless steel, for 5 years, but again will generally last anywhere from 8 to 15 years. Underneath there we see our stainless steel burners. These are two burners that are held in with a screw bolt over on the other side, and you can see the bottom of the barbecue draining down underneath there. Again, similar to the Napoleon, it's a fairly deep, fairly angled bottom to allow juices to drain straight down to the drain hole on the other side. These burners, if I didn't mention it, are 10-year warranted, so 100% warranty for 10 years. Now there is no warranty on them after 10 years. However, due to the ability of these V-bars to really protect that burner from food and juices, we don't see replacing these burners for a very long time. These Weber barbecues have had this similar design for 20, 30 years now, and we sell maybe one set of burners a year. It's very, very rare that we actually replace a set of burners on a Weber barbecue. They're just so well protected and such high quality stainless steel. Underneath the barbecue, we talked about the Bottom of the barbecue. You can see again that it's angles down deep so that the juices can flow down into a drain cup that's built into the body of the barbecue. And the bottom of the barbecue, just like the Napoleon, slides out. It's a heavy enameled steel. It's not flimsy. It is quite thick, which will help prevent it from rusting out on you in the first year or two, as we saw on the cheaper box store barbecues. On the other side, we have a weight scale where you simply hang your tank on the scale right up there, and then depending on the weight of the tank, how much propane is in, it will move the scale down, and you'll see that red dot go up and down depending on the weight to wherever, to show you how heavy or how full the tank is, which is kind of a neat feature for a propane barbecue. Obviously the natural gas does not. Your stainless steel on the exterior of this barbecue is warranted for 25 years, so we're fairly confident in the quality of the stainless steel that Weber uses. 25-year warranty on the exterior stainless steel, 25-year warranty on the enameled lids. And again, they are enameled, they're not painted, so this paint will not chip or flake off. And the cast aluminum bowl inside of the barbecue bowl is warranted for the 25 years as well. As for the side burner, I said we talk about it, so looking over it real quick, we'll flip up the lid to it. The lid acts as a bit of a windshield when the barbecue is going. Inside we have a self-contained control, so it doesn't rely on the controls for the rest of the barbecue. You have your on-off high-low knob over here, and a simple piezo-style igniter. Nice thing about the Weber is they give you a fairly thick stainless steel burner guard here that the pots will sit on. Lots of holes in the bottom for drainage of water or anything that might spill while you're cooking it on this side burner. Top lifts off. Your cast burner system lifts off, and you can see the orifice for the gas in the bottom, your igniter, and another drain hole. It's important to have lots of drain holes like this because the barbecue sitting outside, not protected from the weather, will pool water in places like the side burner, and that will cause premature rusting. So Webers, Napoleons, even some cheaper barbecues nowadays are starting to incorporate that kind of idea. A side burner on a barbecue, not required by many people, but for those that want it, generally will cost between $60 and $100 for a model that comes with one. All in all, a barbecue that is built to last a long, long time without buying replacement parts, in and around the $1,000 mark. One last feature to talk about is the electronic ignition. Both the Broil King, Weber, Napoleon all come with this electronic ignition, and if it ever stops working, you simply unscrew the cap on the outside, replace your battery. Make sure you're putting the battery in the same way you took it out, otherwise you'll think that the igniter is still not working, even with a fresh battery. And those batteries are generally, the igniters are generally warranted from anywhere from 2 to 3 years on both Weber, Napoleon, and Broil King. And that's it for the Weber Genesis CEP 310 and 330 series barbecues, available only at specialty barbecue and hearth retailers in Canada.